Hello, everybody. We're not doing an American romantic movie today. We're switching to the Filipino side of things. Sorry to all our American and Western viewers, but we are Filipino and we want to shed some love to the rom-com
Local
movie.
movie scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, with me as always is John, and throughout the week we'll be joined by a couple of people since they like doing these videos too. But today we're doing that thing called Tadhana, starring Angelica Panginiban, JM de Guzman. Uh, that's about it. Really.
Yeah, it's just them. It's just
Yeah,
them.
just them.
I like. Okay, just go on. Just go on. I'll have my
No,
thoughts
no,
later.
now I want to hear your thoughts since
No. It's
dragging
not
you.
negative. It's not negative.
I'm dragging you through these. But
No.
whole plot is Anthony trying to help Maze get over her ex.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And they kind of, they're not like a two friends have known each other for a while kind of friends. This dude just met her in the airport and was like, "Hey, you got extra luggage, and you're putting like really expensive clothing in the trash can. You can put your clothes in my bag, so you don't need to go through the hassle of paying extra for the baggage weight."
And it's
Yeah.
extremely embarrassing to open your luggage and shorter sit out right there.
See a couple of thongs, I was like,
Yeah.
"Whoa!"
Like,
I was like, "That's one way to start off."
right?
Yeah.
Yes, like don't worry, I'm not a thief, I'm not a pervert. Just wanna help.
Yeah. I kind of like how this movie starts. Is it doesn't tell you anything. It just puts you like if this was like a conventional movie where uh the storyline's kind of it's streamlined.
Mhm.
We would be in the middle of the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but here this is the beginning, and you're like, what the fuck happened? I don't know what happened.
First you're like, hey, and they're like, oh,
Hey, oh, when she crying, oh,
right. And
yeah, it was like, yeah,
as the story goes along, you feel bad because she tells Anthony that I packed my entire life in those suitcases, ready to move to Italy.
yeah, and
At
I felt
least,
so bad.
for those who don't know, if you are a Westerner watching this and you have seen that thing called Tadhana, going to Italy is not cheap for us. Nope. So the fact that she spent all that money borrowed from friends to go there to have her heart
Friends,
broken,
family,
friends,
and
family,
yeah, to have her future husband be with another woman, and I was like, ah, sucks. And it's an 8-year relationship.
yeah,
That fucking hurts,
right?
right? Like, actually, a year alone, like if you were very lovey-dovey with this person, a year hurts, but 8 years, fuck.
I do like her watching the John Lloyd movie. I haven't seen
The
it.
John Lloyd Cruz movie, and then she was just tearing up, and then the lady was being nice. He was like, "Tissue, stop judging me." But to be honest, at those moments, I was going like this because I was like, "Oh, she's making a scene. She's making a scene. Like she doesn't need to. She could have just accepted the tissues."
Yeah.
And,
I mean, it's bad enough you're crying in an airplane really loud for
oh
anyone.
yeah.
The fact that you're being kind of a dick to stewardess, you're like, come on, man.
And what was the coincidence of this dude? Was this J.M. de Guzman's character, Anthony?
Yeah.
Like, what were the odds of him being seated next to her?
It
I was
was
like,
not
damn.
like some random person being like, I think I want to switch seats for the rest of the trip.
To be honest, when she started crying on the plane, I would have. To be honest, I don't like it when people get like I get it, you enjoy the movie, and I get it, you like it, but hush, you're in a very close space, thousands of feet in the air,
Yeah,
and we
so
cannot go away from you.
there's
So
like
shut the fuck up.
first class where we can watch our own TVs and like, whatever, I'm watching my own movie. There's just you on your laptop playing it out, not out loud, but like you reacting to it out loud. Like, God, shut up.
Yeah, but like I will say though, the character of Anthony was a little bit weird for me because he was like he stuck around for like an odd amount of time. I'm like, dude, move on, like go to something else. Like you know that she's going through like breakup shit.
Yeah, why are you sticking to this stranger? It's nice that
Right?
you help, but That's the airport should have been the last place you saw. She's like, all right, take care.
Yeah, and like I get it. It does make an interesting movie where the most unlikely people do the most unlikely things. Like nobody would ever do this.
Yeah.
Nobody who would help me with my luggage stick around for a couple of days while I'm going through a horrible breakup, and I get to vent it to them.
But, yeah, and then you find out his story that he went there. He always wanted to go to Rome, but sadly he wanted to go there with his mom. His mom unfortunately passed away.
Yeah, 3 years before.
Yeah.
And like for this is a low budget movie, right? Like this is
I'm
like an
pretty sure.
indie studio.
I'm pretty
This
sure.
is this is an indie studio. Not gonna lie, I like the writing here.
Yeah.
It's not sure at some points it is a bit cheesy, but like a lot of times, like okay, you have my attention. This is not the movies where I'm like, because there's a lot of like romantic Filipino movies. This is where I'm at. Okay. Thankfully, Enzo picked a good one here. I never seen this movie before, by the way. This
Yeah.
is my first time seeing it.
That's why I wanted to start with this because it's the first Filipino rom-com I saw. I was like, wow. Okay.
Really now? Where
Yeah.
did you watch it?
When it came out to Netflix, my story, folks, I'm from Southville, and my Filipino-speaking classmates, since I didn't speak Filipino that well, I understand it way better and can kind of talk in it a bit. But in order to help me out, they were like, "Hey, watch this movie called That Thing Called Tadhana." I was like, "What's it about? Love?" Okay. And it's also in the restaurant that Maze causes another scandal. Like, Maze, stop, please.
No, I would say a scene. I won't think of scandal because I feel like scandal is such a big word.
Maybe I'm
Like-
just too used to
Or maybe
saying-
is scandal our way of saying making a scene?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess. I don't know how the lingo goes
You're in a
all
quiet
that well.
restaurant, probably it's rush hour, not a lot of people there, and telling someone, pick up your fucking phone. Oh,
Right.
fuck.
Well, I mean this is what I like about this movie is that we get to see their characters. Not from them telling us who they are, but from us watching how they act.
Yeah.
Like you could tell that Mace is a very emotionally unstable kind of person. She's very hot-headed, but very driven, very independent in many ways. Like you could tell that she could like move if she moved on and went through life, she would have pretty much done well for herself. Other than that, she is a hothead. She does make scandals, like what as they said, like scandalous scenes and shit like that. Because when you say she made a scandal, it means a completely different thing from whatever.
Yeah, for our Western audience, you're like, what do you mean? It's just-
Yeah, like oh, it leaked a sex tape or something like that. That's what it means to me. Like if somebody had a scandal, I'm like, oof. But here it just means making a scene.
And
And for Anthony, he's just this calm-headed dude.
yeah,
This man, I don't know. He gives a lot of leeway to this girl. Like, oh, I want to eat somewhere. I'm like, dude, don't you need to go home?
right?
Like, no, okay, fine, go eat somewhere. After that, let's go karaoke. And I was like, cool, let's get drunk as well. And then boom, Bigla, yeah, Bigla Baguio. I'm like, what?
Like, don't you want to drop off your suitcases at the very least at first?
Right? Like, don't you want to prep for Baguio first?
Yeah.
Take a shower?
Do anything.
Like,
You really want to spend your last day of vacation? Like, sure, I'll spend 8 hours on a bus.
now it's actually 3 hours.
Oh, thank the Lord. I
Yeah,
haven't been to
they
Baguio
made
in a while, so I wouldn't know.
yeah. They made a very long highway that just goes straight towards Baguio. So
Really now? Okay.
yeah, so it cuts down the time for like 2-3 hours, depending on where you are. Since we're down south, probably 5 hours.
When was this erected?
Before this movie, after this movie,
Oh,
I would
okay.
say after this
'Cause, like,
movie,
some
because
of
they
them-
did use the old route.
Like, I went to Baguio in 2013. We never used no highway. My grandparents didn't. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
8 hours.
No, but I saw when they used the bus, they were kind of still on the old road.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay. Like, also it's kind of nice. Not gonna lie, this is what I like about watching Filipino movies now is that sometimes you're like, oh, I've been there, you
Right.
know. Yeah, I'm like, oh, I've been to that. What you call it? I've been to that airport, and I would see Ed's road and shit like that. So it's kind of nice seeing those.
The
It
Jap-
makes me feel more connected to the movie.
don't know why the Japanese restaurant they were eating in. I was like, is that in BF?
Oh, to be honest, I thought it was Tokyo, but no. That place was. I remember somewhere near Makati.
Ah, okay.
I'm not sure, but like I remember seeing a Japanese restaurant with the same logo like that somewhere in Makati.
And then we're in the bus, and she starts talking about her ex again, and he's like, "Don't you dare, don't you
Yeah,
start."
don't you fucking start another scene. And I love that he's brutally honest too.
Yeah,
Like he's very nice, he's very calm, but he's also brutally honest. Like, what are you gonna make another scene? Of course you don't tell a girl that,
of course, but
but
in
he
this
but he
case,
does.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like your ex looks like John Light Cruz. Where?
yeah. And just letting y'all know, he's a very handsome man.
Hmm.
John Lloyd Cruz, and the actor who plays the boyfriend. But he does not look like John Lloyd Cruz.
Yeah, when we saw him in the end, you're like, oh, yeah. What are you talking about, Mace?
Yeah, his name is Joem Bascon. I think he was in Henry Luna. Ah, yeah, he
Oh,
was second in command to Henry Luna.
oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, I remember this guy now.
Yeah. They stop and eat some hot dogs, and Mace tells him more about her ex and the activities they wanted
Uh,
to do.
I love it
Then,
that they had an agreement where they're like, okay, 100 pesos if ever you start talking about your ex,
right.
and which is actually a pretty good good way to move on from your to stop talking about them and shit.
Yeah. Bed. That's confidential. Spaghetti. That's confidential. Like, oh, wow, wow, wow.
It's like landi.
Dark Knight, Moa, Dark Knight Rises, Moa,
Moa.
IMAX, same IMAX. Like, wow.
Yeah, no, like because of this conversation, for sure. If somebody who didn't watch this movie, uh, everything reminds her of her ex.
Yeah,
So any like random thing that Anthony says, any random word, she will bring it back towards her ex. Like, oh yeah, that word reminds me of when me and my ex did this and stuff like that. Which was, yeah, I get you, I get you. Yeah,
they make it to Baguio. They, again, why don't you leave your luggage in your houses first before planning Baguio
they're
out?
like right, like don't you want to stay somewhere like an inn or a motel? Just leave the bags there.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
poor Mace is carrying those suitcases. Like, you sure?
Yeah.
Why?
Girls are struggling.
Yeah.
And they get to the spa scene, which was a cute scene. It was very nice. And this is when we kind of start to see like them getting a little bit closer,
Yeah.
like a possible romance about to blossom and shit like that.
And then she's like, I don't know how to get over it. And it's like, why don't we head to the spot in Sagada? So which is
Yeah,
further up. I've been there before. And I was like, wow.
yeah.
This is one of the most spontaneous trips I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah, dude. I'm planning to go to Sagada probably this year if my Tito pulls through, and it's just me and him
Mm.
road trip up there.
So if Jumper's gone for a while, you'll know why.
Yeah, I'm I'm lost in Sagada. I never came back.
But yeah, you also learned that Anthony was art student. He was good in high school, tried in college,
Oh,
and
I've been to that museum by the way. Very nice museum.
I haven't. I'll go there one day.
Yeah, it's really sick.
He said, I'm an artist. And when he got to college, he's like, oh, damn.
No, dude. This I give this movie plus points for that. Like they finally kind of talked about like the whole. I felt like when you're like in high school and you do arts and you draw very well and nobody else does it, you feel like you're a god. You feel like, oh shit, I'm the only one who could do this. And then once you get to an art school or be in a room of peers who are like of the same skill set or even better, then you feel like shit, I'm not even close to any of these people. They're way above my skill set and shit like that. I was like, yeah, I know how that feels.
Yeah, and then he says he went to corporate, at least he earned money, corporate
Hmm.
something design, and he's like, I got lost in it, and then I woke up, realized, wow, shit, that's 8 years. And I was like, oh, wow, that's heavy stuff.
Yeah, I mean, hey, if you just need money to start up, it's not a bad decision.
Yeah,
Working with corporate first, then once you want to do more art that is yours, once you get a lot of money from that, yeah, then later on you can do it.
and then
It's not a bad
Mace
idea.
tells us the story that we saw in the beginning of the arrow with a heart pierced through it.
Yeah, I love it that this movie kind of foreshadowed the ending of this because it did give us a full ending to the story that Mace mentioned. Like the heart just falls off the arrow, and that was it. The arrow was much lighter, but later on it got a little bit heavier because it felt lonely because the heart wasn't there anymore. And I was like, oh,
Yeah,
and yeah, it foreshadows the ending of this movie.
yeah. And then she cheers to the great people we could have been. And he's like, I don't wanna. What the fuck? I don't wanna cheers to that. That scene so.
Yeah, same here. I was like, no, but like if that was anybody else, they'd be like, ah, you're right, we could have been better people. I'm like, nah. Here they actually agreed, like, hey, we must be better.
Yeah. They make their way to Sagada, but they forget their luggage in the bus stop, I think.
This is actually, dude, this is my first time seeing the character of Anthony just lose his shit. Like, what the fucking bags?
Ah,
Oh,
putang. Shit.
And I was like, oh shit. Oh, this man's losing it. Like, throughout the entire movie, he was the calm, cool-headed one, and now he's losing it. I was like, whoa.
And then Mace is just like, come on, let's just have an adventure. It's like, your whole life was in there. He's like, I'll get a new life. Like, good on you, Mace.
No, but that, like, these were the signs of her moving on, which was, like, good.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
they go higher up. Again, what Mace is wearing, I'm like, how are you not dying from the cold? Even
Same
with
here,
his,
I was like,
even with his jacket, I'm like, no.
yeah, and also she was wearing a leather jacket too. It was like, just wear it. Stop putting it on your shoulders. Just wear it. You'll be warm.
I've been to Sagada. It is so fucking cold. It's like, oh my god. Is this what winter minus snow feels like? Because Jesus Christ.
Nah, but dude, I think it's because they went there probably at the summer,
Probably.
so like it's not that cold, but it is still chilly. Like you need the jacket, but like it's not to the point where you're like shivering to death and you can't sleep outside.
And unrealistically, they didn't point out how big the mosquitoes are in Sagada. I know that's not this
Oh.
movie, but they are huge.
I haven't been into Sagada yet. I'm about to, but like, oh my god.
It's like you feel them lying there. Oh, landed. Oh shit.
It's like Land of the Lost. It gets bigger as it sucks your blood.
Uh, their lemon pies are pretty good though. So if you want to go to Sagada, try their pies.
Ooh, all right. I'll write that down.
Yeah. And then they go to the spot that Anthony told her about, and she lets it all out.
Oh yeah, where he went to Sagada and just shouted everything. I was wondering, I was like, because like she was screaming it out, and this was like a touchy moment, like very like, it was a very deep moment. But in the back of my head, of like the farmers who were living down there, and they could hear the echo and like, tumahimik ka na!
I just send you a TikTok where this girl's like, I'm in New York. Hey, shut up, woman. Like, okay.
Yeah, it would have been exactly like that situation if this was real life. I know it's a movie, but like,
There's
well,
like,
it is
what the
it is a
fuck?
beautiful spot though.
Yeah.
It is a beautiful spot though. You see like the clouds. You're like above the clouds as well. It's like, oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it's one of the most beautiful spots here in the country. And then they go back, they get their luggage back, I guess, and they walk down Session Road.
No, they never got their luggage back.
All right. I'm like, you're at peace with that? Mace, your whole life, you said your whole life was in that.
Right?
I know
Well,
you're
like, all
moving
the-
on,
all-
but there's some essentials in that.
All the Italian G strings that you bought.
I've never been to Session Road, actually. I should go there, too.
Really now?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it's sick. It's it's very nice. Like with all the billboards and the lights. Like it's kind of somewhat somewhat Blade Runner esque because of how many like signs there are, like the neon lights and shit. And then down that road you'll get to, if on Wednesdays you'll get to the night market where you could get like really expensive jackets for probably less. I got like a Timberland's jacket that's worth 8K, and I got it for 300. Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Alright, I
dude,
should go there.
that's the best place to like thrift shop. You could get like Jordans there as well. No, like original.
Damn, I'm missing
Yeah.
out. Alright.
Yeah. So like, just bring a lot of cash because for sure you're gonna spend. But remember, it is a thrift shop, so once you get it, wash it immediately or put it in like a Ziploc bag because you're gonna itch.
And they make it back to Makati, and then they run into Mace's ex. You're like, oh shit, how's this gonna end?
Right? I was like, ooh, now she got a new guy. Fuck this. But to be honest, I was kind of like thinking, I was like, I was thinking multiple endings for this movie. It's either, yes, this ending where, oh, she meets up with the ex and she ends up with him because this is too good to be true.
Mhm.
This guy is too good to be true, the character of Anthony. Where he just stuck around for so long. I was like, yeah, we all know where this is gonna end. But no, I was thinking, I was like, no, this is an indie was this an indie studio, so for sure they're gonna toss like, like a curveball at us. So yeah, it's either he doesn't end up with her and she might go back with her ex, or he's actually dead and he's a ghost. And like it was just her trying to move on in her head. She actually just went all these like spontaneous trips just by herself, but she had like this imaginary friend.
If you're the director watching this, is that true? Is John somehow true?
No, 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 no.
But yeah, she's the ex, and Anthony just walks away. I thought he was gonna pull a Ryan Gosling from Crazy Stupid Love, just knock out her ex. Like, he caused my friends so much pain these past few days. Just bam.
No, but like, which was like very odd because they did have that talk of like, he talked about his girl while they were at the cafe, and that she wanted to get married, but he didn't want to get married yet, and then she left him because of that, and he kind of regretted not fighting for it. Like he didn't, push through. He didn't like, try his best to stay with her. And that's what I thought he was gonna do. Like as he's walking away, he's gonna turn around and like grab her, and he's like, "No, she's mine now." Nah, it didn't work that way.
Yeah.
Because one, it's realistic.
Yeah.
It'll never work that way. After a couple of days of you breaking up with somebody and then you meet somebody new, like I don't know if that's the most healthiest way of getting into another relationship.
No matter how long you spend in the bus, I don't think it works that way either.
I mean, like 3 months in a bus, then sure,
Sure, you do you.
sure, that's enough time to move on. But like a couple of days after your trip in Rome, nah.
Then we see that their story, written by her and illustrated by him, is like in trade paperback form.
Oh yeah, it was in hard copy now. I was like, that's kind of nice. It's a very thick book for a very short story, though. When I was looking at it, I was like,
It's like,
whoa, okay.
I could have sworn I was like 5 pages worth.
Yeah. And like, I don't know if this was the ending. Is that Mace either went back to her ex and Anthony is just trying to move on, or Mace rejected her ex, but off screen they got back together because of the story of the arrow. They finally completed the story of the arrow and the heart, where the arrow moved on without the heart, and it got heavier, even if the heart wasn't there. And then he met up with the heart again.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, I guess they ended up. It's an open-ended
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, it's a very open-ended thing, which makes you think, and I kind of like this ending. Because, like, yeah, maybe they did write this book together. Because, of course, he can't just steal her story, because that's plagiarism.
Oh, you went back to your ex-plagiarism time.
You stole my heart, I'm stealing your story.
And your money.
And your money. But, like, yeah. So, probably that's foreshadowing that he fought hard enough that she actually stayed with him. But of course we don't see it, and it's very open-ended. It
Yeah.
gives us a little bit of bittersweet ending if you don't read into it too much.
Yeah.
But if you did, like, it might be a happy ending. Might.
You never know, but again, I do like them open-ended endings. So, and I do like this movie a lot.
Oh
Um,
hell yeah, hell yeah.
ultimately, what would you rate this?
Yeah. Oh, damn. I'm gonna give this one a 7.5. Like, yeah, I know it's higher than Crazy Rich Asians, and yeah, that did way better. But like this was like a breath of fresh air when it came to Filipino romantic cinema.
Yeah,
Because this is a very odd way of doing it. Like how they did it, you don't see it that much. Usually they follow a formula. Here they did it. So unless I just don't watch a lot of Filipino movies, so it could be that. But like this one surprised me. It very my expectations. Like I had low expectations for this movie because I was like, all right, I've been through a lot of Filipino rom-coms. Let's get through this one. Oh, it's pretty good. Holy shit. It's not bad. Like, damn. Like, it's not Oscar worthy, I will say, but like it's good.
yeah,
Like like if you're still new to like watching Filipino films, I would say this one's a good one. It's pretty like I would say different from the rest. I can't find a clever
it's
analogy
not
for
a,
it,
it's
but
not
like
as
yeah, it's different from the rest.
cheesy. You're not like rolling your eyes. Like, stop it.
Yeah, well, okay. At some points, I do roll my eyes when Anthony gets a little too like, oh, I get what you're trying to do. Like, he gives her the whole that kind of look. I'm like, dude, knock it off, for fuck's sake. He stares a little too long, but it's like, okay, fine, it's fine. Other than that, it's fine.
Well, it's not as cheesy as whatever that Liza Sobrano movie was, where it's like, "Am I ugly?" You're like, you really picked the
You
prettiest.
are Liza Sobrano. What the fuck?
Like, what? What right? What director's like? Hey, I see the line. You know I'm gonna pick Liza for the main
Right,
lead. Um,
right.
as for me, I'm gonna give it also a 7. I do like this movie. It makes me think, not just about relationship. It's about like when you're talking about like, are we supposed to be great at this time or what? Other deeper stuff like, wow, I'm thinking. Damn, I'm
Right,
getting an
because
existential crisis.
right because like when you think about it, we're in our 20s. You're in your mid 20s. I'm in my early 20s. And like around this time, the usual here in the Philippines is that we have a girlfriend, we're saving up to get married, and like and all that shit. I was like, damn, me and Eds are far from.
uh, yeah, we're just doing YouTube videos. Hello.
Yeah, and like, and you see that Anthony and Mace, they're like hitting their 30s,
Yeah.
and they still haven't figured it out yet. And I was like, okay, it's this movie was very relatable. I was like, cool. I mean, I'm not in my 28s yet, but like, cool. Knowing the fact that I could still be at that age and be like, it's okay to not figure things out yet. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's nice watching a Pinoy movie because like I've been there, I've been there. Oh, I haven't been there. I must check Session Road out then.
Right? Oh, dude, if ever we go to Baguio, like you and me, we'll go there.
All right.
Love you,
Yeah.
baby.
Oh. But that has been our first entry in our Pinoy Valentine set of videos. Did you like that thing called Tadhana? Did you not like it? I'm sorry, it's hard. Oh, wait. Before I go on, did you like the closing song? I like Up, Down, or Down.
Oh yeah, up there, madam. Yeah, yeah, that was sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like when it skipped to because like it was on Netflix, so I was watching it and oh, that's my brother. So I was watching it and and like it popped up the All of Us Are Dead trailer. I was like, wait, no, I want to listen to Up There, Madam. Stop.
Um, but yeah, we are on Facebook.
Oh,
As
you're
Facebook.
mute.
Hello, 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 hello.
There we go. Got it.
Sorry.
Sorry, man.
We are on Facebook at facebook.com/geeks and degenerates. We react to trailers and we stream video games once in a while. We also have a Discord community. Hang out with us there. We're cool. We're friendly. We're not mean. You know. Individually, you can find me at Instagram and Twitter at Gandalfus1995. How about you, Joe?
Oh, you can find me at JomGOM on Instagram. Please like my art account. Please, I
Please!
want to know if I'm good enough. Everybody else is better than me. By crippling depression. No.
And since this is Valentine's Day, it's right around the corner. If you plan to go out, please social distance, wear a mask, get vaccinated, and get a booster shot. If you can go out, be responsible. If not, just do it virtually. I'm sure it's just as romantic.
Virtually or at home, if you guys live in Canada, just you could watch this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I said before, we're not done with Pinoy rom-coms, and me and John are in for a ride.
Oh, okay. The others better be good, man. The ones you picked, they're very be good because I don't watch a lot of Filipino movies that much.
Well, at the end, he's like, "I'm gonna kill you." No.
Or did you pick something bad?
We'll find a long road.
Okay, okay. Hey, if it's funny, it's still a pass from.
I mean, if we can shit on it, we can shit it. That's good content as well.
That's true.
But that is all the time we have, folks. We'll see you on the next one. Ciao.
Stole my outro.
Sorry, just kidding.
That's okay. I'm just joking.